Hello, good evening.
La P.
Good night.
Hello, hello.
Good night, teacher.
Hello, teacher.
Hello. Okay, guys. So, okay, we are free. Yes, we can start. Estaba esperando si se conectaba un poquito más, pero bueno, ya podemos comenzar. Okay, guys. So, today, oh,
No me
today,
leí cuál es.
today we have the unit 3 about pre-intermediate to unit 3. So, in this class, we're going to study time expression. We have time expressions like at, in, on, around, late, until, early, before, and after. Okay, with time expression, most of the time, they can be used in all grammatical tense. That could be present, that could be past, that could be future. It doesn't matter. We can use it and it's independent the time that you are using. But it's not the same with all the time expressions because sometimes you have some of them that they cannot be used in all the grammatical sense. For example, if you say to me tomorrow, it cannot be used in past. You cannot say I started my homework tomorrow because started is in past and tomorrow is talking about a future event. So we cannot use it. Or what happened if you say, for example, yesterday. Yesterday is a past time expression. I will do my homework. Yesterday, no, it doesn't have sense. Or another that only can be used in present, like to say at the moment. Like this, with oh, at the moment. It's only to talk about present. Sometimes you will find some time expression that they belong to a specific grammatical tense. So be careful with them because that could be complicated if you mix it because it's not possible. Algunas expresiones de tiempo sí son específicas para cada tipo gramatical. Solo para presente, solo para pasado, solo para futuro. But then others, they are independent. They don't belong to a specific. Otras sí son independientes, no corresponden a un tiempo en específico, sino que pueden ser utilizadas en cualquiera. La mayoría de las que vamos a ver ahora son así. Son utilizadas en cualquier tiempo gramatical. Okay, now we have the first three expressions. We have in, on, and at. Okay, most of the time in, on, and at, they are used in to talk about places and time. When you talk about places, that is another class. We're not going to focus on the use of them when we talk about location because it's not today's topic, just when you talk about time. Okay, in is the most general expression of them. Centuries, decades, years, months, and weeks, you use in. When you want to be more specific, but not too much specific, just it's like so, the middle of them, you say on to talk about days and weekend. At weekend, for example, it's a short time. Don't say in the whole week because they are just 2 days. Or you use at to talk about very, very specific moment during the day. Like when you say at 7 a.m. and in a specific hour, at 12 o'clock, at 5 p.m. That in that situation, you use at because it's very specific. Okay. So now let's see, I will show you the uses of them. Let's see the first one. At is exact time. On, days and dates. In is just a period of time. Okay, now let's see. Carla, help me to read the chart, just to read.
When to use at for time, at exact time, at 9 o'clock, at 11 p.m., at midday, and midnight.
Okay. So if you talk about exact time, that would be 9 o'clock, 11 p.m., at midnight, at midday, sorry. They are exact time. Like when you say, I went to the doctor, I went to the doctor at 8 o'clock. The shop opened at 9 a.m., a specific time. Or I got to the bed at midnight. That is a specific point or the specific period of time during the day. So at it's very, very specific. But we also have some exceptions. In everything in English, we have exceptions. Siempre existe una excepción, ¿verdad? Also, we use at for an exact or a precise time. Some phrases do not follow the rule. So we also can say at Christmas because you talk about the celebration in general. At Christmas, at Easter, at the beginning of, and that could be switch. At the beginning of the week, at the beginning of the summer, at the beginning of the class, at the beginning of the meeting, whatever. Or the opposite, at the end of the month, at the end of the week, at the end of the year, whatever. We use at. And we have some examples. So I will ask Patty, help me to read the examples, but just the part that is in yellow. Okay. Just the yellow part, please.
Dijo Patty, perdón.
Yes.
Sí, ok. I play tennis at the weekend. He does not work at night. At Christmas, we spend a lot of time with our family. I am not working a lot at the moment. At the end of the lesson, this teacher gives homework to the student.
Okay, guys. So something that I want you to pay attention to this is when you say at night. Because if you are talking about another moment during the day, we cannot say at. We use in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. But when you talk about night, cuando ya hablamos de la noche, ahí sí se dice at night. Si se han fijado, as you can see, if you say in night, What happened? That's something that could be, sorry, that could be night. Like this. If you can see, we have two letter N's together in night, so that's difficult to pronounce. That's why you cannot say in night because it's complicated. And it's better to say at night. That is the only exception. Por eso existe la excepción. Cuando se habla de la noche, ahí sí ocupamos at night, pero en el resto de momentos del día, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. ¿Okay? Otra cosita también, hago el paréntesis acá. Cuando saludamos, cuando son greetings y queremos decir buenas noches, decimos good afternoon. Porque el good night solo lo ocupamos cuando nos vamos a dormir o cuando nos despedimos. Good night. Así ya muy tarde. Pero si es saludo, sí decimos good evening. Por eso el saludo cuando entramos a la clase siempre es good evening, guys. Porque es buenas noches. Y se ocupa desde alrededor de las 6 p.m. hasta que amanece. Por ejemplo, si trabajan en un call center y van llegando, su hora de entrada es medianoche, para saludar, good evening. That's the difference. And another, when you say at Christmas, it's to talk about the holiday and not the specific day. Like the holiday, you celebrate it all December, right? If you remember, since November, the shops start selling things related to Christmas. And you celebrate or you decorate your home with Christmas things. See, the whole month. Todo diciembre decimos que es Navidad. That you say at Christmas. Because it's not the specific day, it's the celebration. That will be the difference. Okay. Now, the next one is, let's see, when we talk about on. Okay, on. To talk about days and dates. Okay, Mitzi, can you help me to read them, please? To read this.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, go ahead.
On Monday, Tuesday, on my birthday, on Christmas Day, on New Year's Day, on St. Valentine's Day, on the 25th of December, on the 1st of July.
Okay, perfect. So we use days and dates when we are talking about on. When you want to talk about days and dates, ocupamos siempre on, right? But con las fechas, with dates, we use ordinal numbers. Why? Because they give you an order. They give us a specific order to talk about. If you talk about dates, like the days during the month, we use them. Para las fechas, sí ocupamos los ordinales y no los cardinales, que son los normales. What is the difference when you want to pronounce them? La diferencia cuando los queremos pronunciar es que tienen un sonidito de TH at the end. En vez de ser 25, that would be 25th. That would be the difference. 25th, 26th, 27th, because they have TH at the end. 15th, el t at the end. 7th, 8th, 4th, 5th, 6th, 10th is the TH. I know that it sounds funny, it sounds weird sometimes, but that's how you pronounce when you talk about dates. Este cuadrito se los voy a enviar. And just be careful because when we have the pink ones, los que están como en rosadito más fuerte, son los que cambian ya sea totalmente o si han tenido una modificación. Si recordamos en los cardinales, el 1 es 1, pero en los ordinales se convierte en first. 1, first. 2, second. 3, third. 4, fourth. Ahí ya no nos cambió tanto, solo se le agregó el sonido TH al final. Pero con los que están más oscuritos, sí. Tengamos cuidado porque tienen un cambio. En la exposición de letras se les ha quitado algo, se les ha agregado algo, se pronuncian diferente. Eso sí, todos se pronuncian diferente, con el TH at the end. Okay, so when you talk about dates, we use this type of number. Ocupamos esos números. Y cuando se quieren abreviar, si se fijan, se pone el número y se les pone la terminación. Siempre se les pone las últimas dos letras del número ordinal. 25th termina con TH, entonces se pone TH después del 25. Si tuviéramos con los que cambia es con el 1, con el primero, el segundo y el tercer día del mes, por ejemplo. 1, como es first, el número chiquitito, las letras chiquititas que llevaría la par son ST. Second, that would be ND. And third is RD. Esos sí son diferentes. First, second, third. Así los escribimos de su forma abreviada, digamos, cuando quieren ponerlo en la fecha. That would be the difference. Okay. Now, let's see what happened with examples. Okay, I will ask to Ulises, help me to read them, please.
The children are going to the cinema on Monday. On Fridays, I go to the gym. I always have a party in my birthday. Valentine's Day is on the 40th of February.
Okay, yes, exactly. So guys, on days and dates. Every single time that we say on, and you create like the plural form of the day, you are saying that you do that activity repeated times. So every Friday of the month, you develop that activity. On Fridays, it means every single Friday during the month. Porque se dice Friday en singular. Pero si le ponemos la S, on Fridays, todos los viernes. That is the difference. And every single time that you talk about the date, like you say the number, you put the determiner, the 5th of July. The 5th of July, the 25th of December, the 1st of July, the 14th of February, we use it. So guys, that's how we use on. Remember, dates and dates. Now, what happened when we have in? Okay, I will ask to Patty, help me to read the chart.
Perdón, teacher.
Help me to read the chart.
Que lea las oraciones.
Yes, this part.
Okay. In the summer, spring. In December, January. Ahí no sé.
In, okay. 1975.
1970.
75.
75. Así, ¿verdad? 75.
75. 2017.
2017. 25. Sí, ¿verdad?
25. Yes.
In the morning, the afternoon, the evening. In 10 minutes, 5 years y 4 weeks.
Ok, thank you. Vale, cuando son añitos, sí los podemos leer en pareja, siempre que son 4 dígitos. Entonces no hay problema. 1975, 2017 y 2025. Este año sería 2023, para no complicarnos con la pronunciación, porque ahí si los leemos completos, por ejemplo, el primero sería 1975, 2017 or 2025 y este año 2023. Con los números, vaya, acá un paréntesis, el de 1000, sí, sería 1000. Y luego el de 100, 100, like this, 100. Normalmente lo que yo les aconsejo es que el número lo desglosemos, porque va desde lo más alto hasta el número más chiquito. Si nosotros desglosamos este número, nos queda la unidad de 1000, nos queda la de 100, nos queda el 70 y nos queda el 5. Y de ahí como que le vamos poniendo nombre a cada uno. Este como es 1000, 100. Si ahí tuviéramos 2000 sería 200, 300, perdón, aquí es 1000. Sorry. That would be 1000. Si tuviéramos 2000, 2000. 3000, 4000, 5000. Y así vamos cambiando. Con el de abajo igual. Como hay un 9, 9. And you say 100 porque es el de 100. 900, si fuera 700, 700. Si fuera 800, 800. Y así vamos, para arriba o para abajo. Luego, 70. Okay, you say 70. And then 5, you call it like the tiny number, 5, like this. So at the end, when you want to read the full number, 1975. Y así ya le decimos el número completo, el grandote. 1975. That's how you can follow to practice and to learn the numbers, to make it easy to know how you call them. Así lo pueden desglosar para practicar y que se vaya haciendo un poquito más fácil decir cada número. ¿Ok? Now, let's see. Okay. Do you want to say something, Patty? No? Yes?
Una preguntita, teacher, solo confirmando, ¿verdad que dijo que at solo se usaba para la noche, para situaciones así?
Sí, cuando hablamos de la noche siempre va a ser at night. Yes.
Eso.
Okay, perfect. And the rest moment during the day, el resto de momentos durante el día, ocupamos in. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. Por eso es que aquí solamente la que dice night, o mejor dicho, night no está. Porque ella va con at, es excepción. Pero los demás momentos en el día van con in. For example, this. I like to go on holiday in winter. That is a season. Winter, summer, spring, autumn. My birthday is in April. It's a month. In April, in May, in January, in February, and we can continue. I was born in 1995. I don't work in the evening. I'm going to start my new job in 5 weeks. Or the lesson starts in 5 minutes. When you want to talk about the future, you can use in 10 minutes, in 5 years, in 4 weeks, that could be in 20 minutes, whatever. But when you talk about time, on a specific time, you can use in 10 minutes from now. Okay, now something that is important, and be careful when you classify the type of expression, because you say, I go to the gym in the afternoon. That is a correct sentence because you only talk about the afternoon. But what happens if you say on Monday afternoon? You have to switch the preposition. Tenemos que cambiar la preposición porque ya se ha incluido el día. Monday. On Monday. We use on because the first time is the day. So if you say Monday, that will be on Monday. Okay. If you say on Monday evening, that is, sorry, it's E. I was thinking about evening. Like this, evening. Okay. On Monday evening. On Monday evening. If you don't mention the day, that will be in the evening. That will be in the evening. And that's how you use it. On Monday, on Monday evening because the day is the first that you mentioned. And in the evening if you don't want to mention the day. Just be careful with that because sometimes we confuse the prepositions when you combine two different type of time expressions. O when we mix it. Cuando las mezclamos ahí es donde nos confundimos. Porque es de los lunes por la tarde. Si dice los lunes por la tarde, es como el lunes, es el primer momento que yo menciono, ya no ocupo in, sino que ocupo on. Pero si solo digo por la tarde, sin especificar el día, ahí sí es in the evening. With no problem. Okay, guys. The next one is deceptions. Son las excepciones. We don't use at, on, neither in when you have every, this, tomorrow, last, and next. They don't need preposition of time. They work by their own, and you don't need to add there, to change, to switch, nothing. It's not necessary to use. Okay, I will ask you, let's see, Beatriz, can you help me to read them? The examples, please.
Okay, teacher. Every week I have an English lesson on Monday. I had an English lesson last Monday. Next Monday, I am going to have an English lesson. I don't have an English lesson today. Tomorrow, I am going to have an extra English lesson. And yesterday, I had an English lesson.
Okay, guys, so they are deceptions. Todas ellas son las excepciones. Cada vez que tengamos every, this, tomorrow, last, and next, we don't use preposition of time. Ahí no ocupamos las preposiciones de lugar. It's not necessary. Okay, so thank you, Beatriz, to read them. Now,
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Then, do you have question about in, on, and at? Or no? Is that okay?
It's no, teacher.
Okay.
Está bien. Gracias.
Okay. Yes, the next step is to practice, right? De ahí solo nos quedamos practicando.
Okay.
Okay, okay. So guys, we continue with this. The next one is until and by. Okay, with this, be careful because they are not complicated, but sometimes we confuse them. No son complicaditas, pero a veces nos confunden ellas. So pay attention to this. Okay, until. If you ask, that would be, what's the meaning of until? That would mean, I will write it in the chat. That is the meaning, to stop to a specific time. Until is a preposition and it's also a conjunction. In this class, we only are going to study it as preposition. Until is often shortened to till or till, like contraction. Do you remember with verb to be that you can say she is or she's, like the contraction? The same happens with until. If you want to contract, that would be contract. The structure, you can use it in two ways. Till, or you put the apostrophe and T-I-L. That's all. Si la queremos contractar, se puede poner de estas dos formas. Como till y till, se pronuncian igual, solo que una doble L y la otra lleva apostrophe y solo lleva una L. Till and till, these two contractions are more informal, and we don't usually use them in formal writing. Just informal, to talk to your friends, to your family, with someone that you, what would be? That you trust, that could be till and till. And how can we use it to talk about time? For example, this situation. When you know the end of something. Until as a preposition. Until as a preposition means up to. That will be the end. Hasta. That's how you translate it. Okay, I will ask Mitzi, can you help me to read the first two sentences?
Okay, teacher. We play chess until midnight. The event ends till 11 o'clock.
Okay, perfect. Until is the formal. Si ponemos until es como la expresión formal, bien escrita, digamos completa. Si decimos till, es lo mismo, solo que está contractado y es un poquito más informal. And we can use it to talk about the end of something. The class finished until 10 o'clock. The class, no, that would be, we finished our dinner until 7:30 p.m. Or I finished my homework until the next day. Because it's the end of something. It's when you finish an activity. That could be past. Most of the time we use it to talk about past because you know when the action finished. La mayoría de veces se ocupa en pasado porque al ser una situación que ya terminó, sabemos en qué momento terminó específicamente. Si es algo que no ha terminado y no tenemos un horario, probablemente no acertemos en el momento que termina. A pesar de, solo si hay un horario, sí, como la clase. The class will finish until 10 o'clock. Porque sabemos que termina a las 10. Entonces decimos va a terminar hasta las 10. That's the idea. Okay, that is the first use when you talk about until. The other moment in which you can use until is to talk about the beginning and the end of an activity. For example, these two. Okay, I will ask Ulises, can you help me to read them, please?
I worked out at the gym from 6 p.m. till 7:30 p.m. The road outside our house will be closed from 6 a.m. until 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Exactly. Because we know the period of time. Thank you. Because you know the period of time or the period of hours, minutes, days, that activity will need. Okay, from 6 p.m. till 7:30 p.m. or 10:30. From 6 a.m. until 6 p.m. Or you can say, my schedule is from 7 a.m. until 10 p.m. because you know your schedule. Or you can say, my daughter is at school from 7 a.m. till, what could be, midday, until midnight. It's a period of time. That's how we use it. So guys, do you have questions about until at the moment? Or is that clear? Questions about it?
It's okay, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Now, let's see the other that it's similar, and that's why we confuse it, but a different use. We have by. By. Okay. By most of the time is to talk about a future time. By is like, and it could have so many translations that it's a lot of synonyms that could be all of this. That could be, when you use it, we can translate it in all this way. Por, en, para, a las, con, all of them. What is the difference between until and by. Okay, as you can see, until was used to talk about something that is a long situation continues. I will stay until 4 o'clock. I am here and I will stay here until 4 o'clock. Or are you going to work until 11 p.m.? It's a question. You are still working. Are you going to work until 11 p.m.? Or until my father can home, I read a book. I'm waiting him to take dinner, for example. And until my father came home, I read a book. All right? Or I couldn't get up this morning. I stayed in the bed until 11. It's a long situation that continues. Then you have by. Okay. By is something that happens by in a time, but in the future. That would be a future activity. No later than time. Something happened by a time in the future. And we can have this type of expressions. Okay, Armando, can you help me to read them, please? This part.
Okay, teacher. Example, please send me the report by Saturday. We need to be there by noon. He had promised to be back by 4 o'clock. Job application, sorry, I had a message in my phone. Job application must be received by the 22nd April. I sent the document to them today, so they must receive them on Friday.
Okay. So I write it on the chat to help you to understand the meaning. So that's why when you're talking in the future, it's not happening right now. It's not related to them at the moment, at the current situation. It's something that would happen in the future, right? In a future time. That could be shorter, that could be today, that could be in a few minutes, or that could be many days, right? After a specific situation. But that is the difference between by and until. So guys, do you have questions about by and until, the difference between them? Or is that okay with examples? What do you think? Questions about it? When to use it?
No, teacher.
How to use it? Okay, so now let's see. Then we have early and late. Okay, with early and late, they are so simple because when you talk about something early, it's something that happened before a specific time. But if you say late, that is something that happened after a specific time. That is the difference between them, before and after. Before and after, early and late. They are synonym and they can be switched in both situations. So that's why I left them at the end of the class because that is not complicated at all. Okay, let's see what happened with early and late. Early, that means done before an unusual or expected time. This, okay, I will send you this PPT. Le voy a enviar esta diapositiva. Y aquí tienen ustedes ejemplos de los opuestos a early. All of these expressions, they are opposite to early. That could be useful for you. And we can create examples like this. Early, it goes in the sentence before a situation. Okay, Patty, help me to read the first three sentences.
donde está el círculo rosado, ¿verdad?
Yes.
My father, my father started, así es.
Started.
Work early in the morning. It is too early for the children to go to school. I am glad you are early.
Okay.
Uh,
Just that. Okay, thank you. So glad is the same to say happy. I am happy that you are early. I am glad you are early. The difference of happy is translate like feliz. Y glad es como cuando decimos en español contento. That would be the difference. Ahora, remember before, an unusual or expected time. Antes de lo esperado o del tiempo usual que pensamos que pueda suceder esa situación. Then we have 3 more. Okay, Mitzi, help me with the next 3 examples.
Okay, teacher. Yellow, ¿verdad?
Yes.
I always arrive late at the office, but I make up for it by leaving early. My dad always get up early in the morning. Why did you come so early?
Okay. And we have 2 more examples. I will ask to Ulises, help me with the green one.
Okay.
I'll come in early next week. I always arrive late at the office, but I make up for it by leaving early.
Okay, thank you. So, sorry, just so you get confused, but no hay problema ahí. Cualquiera de los dos. I will come in early next week and the last one. So remember, early, it goes before, in the sentence, when you create a structure, it could be at the end of the sentence. You can put it at the end of the sentence, or you can use it before. That could be before the situation that you are describing. It's too early for the children to go to school. Or I am glad you are early. Or you can say, my dad always get up early in the morning before the time expression. That's how you use it in the structure. Now, let's see the next one. We have the opposite of that will be late. It means taking place after the expected or the proper time. Y acá igual les voy a dejar en la PPT todos los opposites que tenemos para late. That could be early, initial, past, ancient, quick, fast, snappy. All of them can be opposite of late. Todos ellos son opuestos de late. Las expresiones de acá. Okay, now let's see some of these examples. Carla, help me with the first 3. The green one.
My dad is always late for work in the morning. Sorry, little man, but you're too late to take the exam. It is still not too late to apply for the context.
That would be apply. The
Apply.
pronunciation. Yes. See.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. Now let's see the next. That will be Beatrice. Help me with the orange sentence.
Okay, teacher. That's too late. That's too late. I am late again. Aren't I? It is never too late to be what you no sé cómo se pronuncia. Might have been.
Yes. Okay, thank you. And Patty, help me with the last. Thank you. Mati?
Perdón, teacher, que se me
Okay,
dio vuelta el teléfono.
okay, don't worry.
Las últimas. ¿Verdad?
Ujú.
Y empieza por how did, así es, how did it get so late so soon? It's, it is never too late to be wise. Permita. I always are late at the office, but I make up for it by leaving early. The future is now. It's time to grow and be strong. Tomorrow may may well be may well be too late.
Okay, yes. And just this one, that will be arrive.
All
Okay,
right.
arrive. Yes,
All right.
exactly. Okay, and this is a curious phrase. Esta frasecita es bien curiosa. Es por ejemplo, cuando decimos en español, ¿cómo se hizo tan tarde? ¿O en qué momento se hizo tan tarde? How did it get so late so soon? That would be, ¿cómo es que se hizo tan tarde? La traducción aquí literal es ¿cómo se hizo tan tarde, tan pronto? Pero decirlo así no suena tan bien, ¿verdad? Entonces, con lo coloquial, digamos, que ocupamos en español, ¿en qué momento se hizo tan tarde? ¿Cómo es que ya es tan tarde? ¿En qué momento? That would be the translation. How did it get so late so soon? Hmm? That is a common expression that we normally use. That's how. Okay, so late is taking place after the expected or proper time when you want to say something. That's how we use it. And then it's just missing the before and after. Okay, what happened when we talk about before and after? Okay, when you say after, you have to put a phrase then. Cuando ocupamos after, siempre tenemos que poner después una frase. Cuando se ocupa later, no necesariamente se pone una frase después. It's at the end of the sentence or that could be separated by a comma. Se pone al final de las oraciones o se separa con una comita si queremos decir algo luego. That's how you use it. For example, this. Okay, I will ask to Carla, help me to read them. These two.
I will call you later. I will call you after I get home from work.
Mhm. Okay. Later, thank you. Later is alone. Ahí later está solito porque está al final de la oración. O cuando les decimos, see you later, guys. Nos vemos luego. See you later. That's a expression. Ujú. Va al final. Y la otra, sorry. When you say after, then you put, or you have to specify a situation. After I get home from work, we have a phrase, something that you are describing. And we have another situation when you use a comma instead of. Okay, I will ask to Beatriz. Can you help me to read them first?
Okay, teacher. First, about a new car. 2 weeks later, he bought a new motorcycle. He bought a new motorcycle 2 weeks after he bought a car.
Okay. In this expression, we have a comma. It's separated by a comma because it's not the end of the sentence, but they are kind of separated expressions, right? Different expressions because you have like what? You are saying two different things or you are separating two ideas. First, he bought a new car. 2 weeks later, he bought a new motorcycle. You are comparing two situations or talking about two situations. That's why you can use later and you put the comma, but every single time you have to use the comma. Don't forget that. Just the comma in the expressions. Then he bought a new motorcycle 2 weeks after he bought a car. After needs a phrase. After sí nos necesita poner una frase. So that's what you put. He bought a car. That could be present or past. It doesn't matter. If you see in the first sentence, that is a present situation. I get home, right? And this is a past situation after he bought a car. And that could be a future situation. It doesn't matter. Now, how can you use in another situation the expression later? You can say, sorry, later, and then you put a time period to refer to an unspecific time in the future. For example, when you say, I'll finish the project later this week. This week is unspecific. It's just a time period, but it's not a moment, right? A precise moment. Because when you say this week, okay, imagine that today is Monday and you say, I'll finish the project later this week. I can finish the project on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm not giving you the specific day which I'll finish the project. It's general. That's how we use it. Or we'll go on vacation later this year. And we have 12 months during the whole year, right? So I'm not giving you the specific one. No, it's not needed. It could be May, it could be June, it could be July, it could be September, whatever. That's how we use after and later. They are similar because after is to talk about después, but that is the idea. After should be used with a phrase and later should be used at the end, or that could be after a comma, right? You have to put a comma if you want to use it and then you want to say something. That is the idea. So guys, do you have questions about these two expressions, after and later?
No, miss.
No, teacher.
No,
Okay.
Teacher,
Yes, tell me.
what's mean tardy?
Which
¿O estaba
one?
mal escrita la palabra?
¿Cuál?
En las que están en opposite de of early está la palabra tardy, pero no sé si estaba mal escrita, por eso le pregunto.
Let's see. Tardy.
Yes,
No, it's not. Is that the spelling? If I just say con retraso. Tardy.
con retraso.
Ujú,
Ah, ok.
retrasado. Ajá. Estoy retrasado. I am tardy. That could be.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Now, let's see. It's just missing one. That would be ago and before. Okay. I don't know why, but most of the time, past tense are difficult for us that we talk in Spanish. No sé por qué, pero siempre el tiempo pasado, nosotros que hablamos español, siempre nos termina confundiendo más. No sé por qué, pero siempre he notado eso, que el pasado nos confunde un poquito más. Vale, acá tenemos ago y before. Two expressions to talk about past situations. Las dos expresiones se ocupan para hablar de situaciones en el pasado. ¿Cuál es la diferencia? Ok. Ago is to talk about past times in reference to the current moment. Current moment. Okay. I have a past situation and I am comparing to the present or something that I am doing nowadays. For example, imagine that you went out with a friend, with an old friend, and he asked you, hey, what happened with your life? Did you finish your career? What about you? Tell me. And you said, yes, I finished my career. Right now I am working as an architect and I graduated from college 3 years ago. I finished my career and I graduated from college 3 years ago. You are having a conversation with someone and you are sharing information each other. It's a past situation compared to a present activity, to a current moment. To talk about past times in reference to the current moment. That's why I put now, as you can see in the picture that we have, in the diagram that we have now, and you are talking about a past situation, a moment 3 years ago, about now, compared with a current situation. That's why you say ago. Okay, now what happened when you say before? Before is to talk about past times in reference to another moment in the past. So it's like with you are, it's not comparing, but you are talking about two moments in the past. You have a past situation versus past situation. That is the idea, or that's how you compare it. That's why in the picture that we have, it's not near from now. Por eso que el ejemplo ya no está cerquita del presente, sino que está en el pasado, both, because we have two activities in past. You were discussing about your life with your friend. You are, that could be having lunch, sharing time together. And you say, I met my girlfriend 2 weeks before I graduated. Two activities in past that they are not related to the current moment. They are in past, both finish in past. That we use before. That would be the difference. If I ask you, what are the two situations in that sentence? ¿Cuáles son las dos situaciones en pasado en esta oración? Which one? We have two. Which one? We have two sentences. One and two.
The verb, el verbo y
Tenemos dos
los
oraciones.
dos verbos.
Ajá, tenemos dos verbos. Son las dos situaciones en pasado, exacto. ¿Cuál sería una de ellas? Una frase. Es una de las situaciones.
Más plana.
That is the first activity, the first situation. Esa es una de las situaciones. I met my girlfriend. ¿Y la otra situación cuál es? I graduated. Exacto. Así le separamos. Como tú me decías, Carla, hay dos verbos y cada verbo es una situación diferente. Y como dice Ulises, ya la frase completa, las dos separadas. I met my girlfriend. Y la otra, I graduated. Son las dos actividades. That's why. Before lo ocupamos. Ok, perfect. Before lo ocupamos para comparar dos situaciones en el pasado. Y ago lo ocupamos para comparar o para relacionar una situación en pasado respecto al presente. Okay, guys. So that was the last expressions. Do you have questions before to finish? No?
No, teacher.
No? Okay. Okay. So guys, that was the last situation that we have, the last expression that we have for today class. On Monday, we're going to continue with the second part of the unit. And on Tuesday, we will have the speaking class. And in the speaking class, we will have the practice with this. vamos a tener la práctica con estas expresiones de tiempo. Les voy a compartir un enlace donde ustedes pueden practicar, pero no es tarea, solo es extra para que ustedes puedan practicar con estas expresiones, porque igual las vamos a ocupar en la clase de speaking, pero si quieren practicar un poquito antes de que tengamos la clase de speaking el martes, igual les voy a compartir los enlaces para que ustedes puedan practicar con ello un poquito, ¿verdad? Igual si les quedan preguntas, si tienen dudas de estas expresiones, me pueden preguntar sin ningún problema. So guys, that was everything for today, class. I hope to see you on Monday and I wish you happy weekend.
Thank you, teacher. See you
Thank you,
Monday.
teacher. Thank you,
Okay,
teacher.
you're welcome. Bye-bye. Take care.
Paso,
Have a
Bye bye,
great
teacher.
night.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes.